totally did not just film the second Q&A right after the first one. No way in hell did we do that.
Not a chance. I even shaved.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
All right. Kyle Christopher, you're kicking this one off. Who may have been a better pick for Randy the Ram Robinson in the movie The Wrestler?
Oh, ouch.
Just started off with a hard one.
Holy man. I guess I can't really pinpoint anybody in particular, but I guess if you would have picked maybe a real wrestler, maybe perhaps. Triple H, yeah, perhaps.
God.
If you would have had a real wrestler in there, perhaps, but then would his acting chops been as good as somebody like like Mickey Rourke? I'm not so sure. But maybe
Mickey Rourke was on this huge comeback.
He was.
And then Iron Man 2 came out and it just went away.
Yeah.
He had Expendables and then it just kind of dried up for him.
Yeah, it's too bad too. But Mickey Rourke was a fantastic pick for that movie.
I enjoyed that movie. That was really good.
Yes.
Jordan 8. What was your favorite Indiana Jones movie?
First one.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Introduction to Indiana Jones.
After that, I would have to say Last Crusade. Last Crusade's right up there, but Raiders of the Lost Ark has a beat in slightly.
Yeah. I mean, they all are great except for maybe Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That was silly.
Shia LaBeouf swinging with monkeys. Really?
Aliens? Really?
I have no problem with the aliens. That's fine. Shia LaBeouf swinging with the monkeys.
Aliens?
Sassy Carter wants to know, what's your favorite movie starring The Rock?
I'm going to have to go way back. I'm going to have to say probably The Rundown. I enjoyed that one. There hasn't been a lot of his after that I liked. Here and there, perhaps,
You didn't like Race to Witch Mountain?
No. Should I have?
I don't know. I never saw it.
No, and I didn't like, what was it, Tooth Fairy? That was stupid. I would have to say Rundown.
The Rundown was really good.
Yeah.
That'd probably be my choice, too. I enjoyed Snitch also, though. He was really good in that.
I still got to catch up to that one, yeah.
What's your dream Avengers movie? Pick any 8 comic book characters you want. If you could recast the Avengers. Just the characters, not the actors playing them. My Avengers would be Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Giant Man, and Wasp.
I can't answer this question because I'm not a huge comic book reader like you are. I'll leave this one for you.
Please review all the Police Academy movies in the future.
What are they trying to do? Kill us?
Police Academy movies are awesome. Steve Gutenberg,
got
Motormouth Joe.
I got enough time to watch decent movies. Decent. I'm not saying good or great.
Oh, okay. Will you sit down and review Mission to Moscow?
No! That was like number 8 or 9. No!
Alright, fine.
Can we just lump them all together and say, okay, they were terrible?
They weren't terrible. The Police Academy movies were awesome.
Okay.
The Gaming Bros. Favorite movie trilogy?
Trilogy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. That's tough because I like the Dark Knight trilogy. Wow. I like the...
See, a lot of the problem is movies that I thought were a great trilogy.
The original Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah, but then they add more movies.
Right. The original Star Wars trilogy, the original 3.
I'll go with the original 3 Indiana Jones movies.
There you go.
Wow, we're just cute.
The 3 Godfathers.
Lucas and Steven Spielberg, apparently.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Godfather 3 was far from a perfect movie, but if you lumped all 3 of them together, I would have to say the Godfather series as well.
I'd throw Toy Story in there also.
Sure. Toy Story was good too.
Draven G. Who would you cast as Batman in the new reboot, and what villains do you want to see that have never made it to the big screen?
Good night. Oh my god. Who would I pick? Boy, kind of put me on the spot here. I'll just throw out a name. Gerard Butler.
We're going with an older Batman, I assume. So I'd go with Thomas Jane, the Punisher.
Oh, there you go.
Big comic fan. As for villains,
Villains in general or villains in the Batman?
Villains in the Batman.
Oh boy.
Killer Croc.
Sure. Sure. I can't really think of anything. Again, I'm not huge on comic books, so I'll let you.
I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name, so I'll just say Vlad. Will you review foreign movies?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Yes, I'm a big fan of foreign movies.
City of Lost Children,
Loved it.
Amelie, Delicatessen, those are some of my favorite movies right there.
In fact, one of the movies that was in my top 3 last year is foreign. If you guys haven't seen the movie Holy Motors, I'd like to get Mikey to watch that one. That was fantastic.
RFV089. Do you think that the Christopher Nolan Batman franchise is one of the best movie trilogies of all time with the likes of Godfather and Toy Story?
I just lumped it in there, so
Yeah.
yeah, I would have to say yes, it's up there. Does it beat out the original Star Wars trilogy? Probably not, but it's up there.
Armstrong 2307GA. Which movies have you watched the most times over the space of 1 week, and how many times in that week did you watch that movie in question, and why? I have an answer for this.
I think I do too. It's been several years ago, but I was just on this huge kick about Chinatown. I don't know why, but I think I watched it like 5 times in 1 week, and it was because I kept finding different stuff in it. And it was, if you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. It's with Jack Nicholson, and that would be the one. Chinatown. I think I watched it like 5 times in a week.
Mallrats.
Ah, yeah.
When it originally came out, Tony, my friend Jonah, and I, we sat down and every day for a week we watched that movie. I've watched that movie so many times, I can quote it from beginning to end. I used to do that while I was at work to get through my shift. Yeah.
Yep.
Other movies like that, Empire Records, Dazed and Confused, those are movies I've done that with.
Sure.
Metalhead Dave 666. What did you think of The Human Centipede? Am I the only person in the world that actually likes that movie? I have not seen The Human Centipede. I've heard enough about it that I don't really feel that I need to watch the movie.
Wow.
I don't feel it caters to an interest I have.
It's sick. I've seen them both. I would have to lump that in with the depraved section of my DVD and Blu-ray collection. I wouldn't say that it was bad, but it's not something that I would watch on a regular basis or show anybody on a regular basis unless they had a really true interest in it.
See, my first encounter with it was we were driving to Chicago Comic Con and my friend Lauren is telling me about it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really think I ever need to see that.
Yeah.
Ilios999. Do you guys like movies that are so bad that they are good funny?
Do I?
Oh god, yeah. I love to sit around and watch bad movies with my friends. One movie in particular I can think of off the top of my head, Blood-Sucking Nazi Zombies. We rented that from the video store I used to work at one night, got drunk, and just trashed the shit out of that movie from beginning to end.
It sounds like it's easily done.
The cover is a skull with a Nazi hat on.
It sounds like it's easily done. I can honestly say that I try to. I'd rather show my friends decent movies or good movies.
Oh, I love to sit around and make fun of stuff. We rented 12 rounds just so we could make fun of it, and then we're like, wow, this isn't a terrible movie.
I take that back. I did that with the Marine, the original Marine with John Cena. Yeah.
AMCC Anchi? Sorry if I've mispronounced that. What's a movie or movie series you said you would never watch? Twilight.
Yep, I agree. Twilight. I'll never go back.
You know,
I watched the first 45 minutes of that first movie.
They're going to demand that we watch Twilight now, right?
Well, they can demand all they want, but if we don't offer it up. But I watched the first 45 minutes of the first movie, and I was just sickened and repulsed by it, and I never went back to watch another one. Why? Ugh.
Mew FC 689908. What sequel should have been made but never was?
Sequel? Wow.
I'm still waiting for a sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie. The way that movie ended was set up for a sequel.
That's the best you come up with?
I'm just saying it was set up for a sequel. The princess comes back with all like beat up with a gun, and she's like, "I need your guys' help," and they're like, "Yeah."
I'm going to go with one that's going to be kind of off the cuff because they did come out with a prequel a couple years ago, but I still would have liked to have seen a sequel to see what happened to Kurt Russell and his partner's character in John Carpenter's thing. to see what happened to Kurt Russell and Keith David's characters after that, you know, because it kind of left them there just kind of staring at each other, waiting for which one was going to turn. You know, I wanted to see what happened after that, but never happened.
IB Spiffy, favorite movies by genre. We're not going to sit down and do that right now, but we will offer you this. We're going to do a series of videos that are like top 7 of each genre.
Everybody does top 10, so we're going to do top 7. So each
look
genre,
forward to
you're going to
those.
do sci-fi, horror, comedy, drama, you know, like, whatever we can come
Black
up with.
lesbian porn. No, not really.
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, there's like a whole pile of it in the other room.
I'll pass.
All right, Chase Oliver.
Hi, Chase.
If you could tell your favorite director to not make one movie, what would that movie be?
Tell my favorite director. Oh, you mean go back in the past?
Yes.
Wow. I would tell George Lucas not to make the prequels to Star Wars.
I would tell Kevin Smith not to make Cop Out.
Yeah. That's a good choice. I agree.
Maybe tell Robert Rodriguez not to make Spy Kids movies.
Yeah, I'll go on with that.
Alright, and this last question is from the Schleg Daddy TV. Will Metal D be doing a solo review of Les Miserables because he saw it in the theaters and loves it so much?
That movie was good once. One time. Nice to see. Would not revisit it. So, no, I will not be doing that.
But Schleg Daddy wants you to.
That's tough. It's not his show now, is it?
Look forward to our next Q&A. Go ahead and leave your questions down below. Try to steer away from, like, did you guys like this movie? Did you guys like that movie? Because eventually we're going to probably review it, hopefully.
And look for those links to my 2 films down below as well.
See you next time.